Welcome to the Leadership Sparq podcast, where we equip you to be the great leader your people deserve. I'm Corey. I'm here with my good buddy Hampton. And Hampton, earlier this week, I got an email, and that email was an article, and the title of the article really piqued my interest. I'm going to read it to you here because I think it's something that would be valuable for our audience to hear and for us to share. So this was from Inc.com, and the title of the article was, "How can you tell someone has bad management skills?" And if I see that, I'm going to lean in and be like, oh my goodness, what is that? I want to make sure, number one, I don't do it, but then how can we help people around us not have this phrase or this attribute that would make them a bad manager? And so based on research says it comes down to one simple phrase. And Hampton, in just a second, you're going to share this phrase, but this came from research from HR companies who are talking to leaders and are talking to people about what are the attributes of a bad boss, what traits do a bad boss have that would ultimately lead to employee disengagement or even turnover. And this one thing rose to the surface, and 63% of the time respondents said this is actually something that would make them consider quitting over if a person does this to them on a team. And so we want to make sure that we don't do it and that you don't do it. So Hampton, what is that one thing that bad managers do that indicate they have bad leadership skills?
We've been talking about this one thing. I know you're on the edge of your seat on your car ride to work in the morning, but it is when a manager takes credit for something that someone else did. And what we see is that is short-term greed, if you will. In the short run, maybe that gets you an extra level of success or something, but we know that only hurts you in the long run. So taking credit for something that you didn't do. I shared recently on another one of these episodes that so often managers are afraid to share their learnings, their secrets with other people because they want to be the smartest in the room. And they're afraid that sharing what they learn with other people will actually potentially elevate them and make them better. And I'm here to say, that's what the best leaders do. They give all their ideas away and they make it about other people. Here's a quote from the article. It says, "Great leaders with loyal followers don't need the glory or seek validation. They understand what they've achieved. They shine the spotlight on others. Then they stand in the back and celebrate their accomplishments, which helps boost the confidence and trust of others."
So the go and do today is to think about that is, number one, make sure that you're not doing that. Make sure that if someone on your team has an idea or someone on your team has an accomplishment, someone on your team makes your team look good, turn the spotlight onto them. Don't give in to the temptation to be short-term greedy, as Hampton said, because at the end of the day, as a leader, the team is the goal. The team is the goal. And if the team wins, you win as the leader. And so don't forfeit the opportunity to win long-term by stealing someone else's credit today in the short term. So look for opportunities to do that. The proactive thing you can do is look for opportunities whenever people on your team deserve to have the spotlight shined on them, and do that. Do it as loud and as proud and as far-reaching as you can in your organization so that everybody knows that your team is being celebrated. If you do that, I guarantee you long-term, you win. So go and do that.